everyone, welcome to Definitely Not a Cult Ranch. I just wanted to go and share this amazing sunset with you and talk a little bit about like living off grid, because it's not just cheaper, but you actually get agency over your own time. And what I mean by that is our living expenses are so low that I don't necessarily have to hold down a full-time job all year long. I could go and do seasonal work here and there, have little remote businesses that I do, or go into town and sell some goods, or just sell my labor on an as-needed basis. But you have agency over your own time. And ever since I've been off grid, I've started this really weird mental exercise where I quit looking at things as how much they were actually going and costing me. And I started looking at it, how many hours of my life does this cost? Because let's face it, in America, the average life expectancy is 77, 76 years old. I just turned 48, so mathematically I only got about 30 years left. That's 10,000 days. I sure as hell don't want to give one of those days away for 12 bucks an hour. Or minimum wage, in federal standards is even worse, $7 an hour. But when I go and I budget for things, I don't look at how much it actually goes and costs, like the price tag. Rather than if I'm to go and get a job, in town, God, even if I'm at Walmart making 16, 17 bucks an hour, I'm not gonna go and say, hey, my current off-grid mortgage is $500. I go and say, is it worth me to have this? $500 would be roughly, I'll round up $20 an hour for easy math. That's what, 20 hours? I had to do some math here real quick. But you get what I'm saying. Yeah, it's 25 hours. Is 25 hours of my life, or literally 2 or 3 days of my existence on this planet per month, 10% of my month, my life force, is it actually worth me going and putting into the homestead? Yes, it is. Is it worth it for me going and dropping $2,000 a month in a shitty apartment in Chicago? Hell no, it's not. $2,000, like if I were to go and make 20 bucks an hour, same scale for comparison, dear God, I'd be working 100 hours plus utilities and everything else. So I have agency of my life. I'm getting my life back, more hours in my life, because I'm living below my means. So when you're thinking about going off grid, don't think of it as just cheaper. Think that you're giving yourself a gift. You're giving yourself life back. If you calculate not the cost of something, but the hours of your life that you have left that you're willing to slice off and give over to somebody who doesn't give a damn about you, and say, thank you, may I have another, is it worth it? I'm not about to go and give 100 or 150 hours of my life, like 1/3 of my life, to go and have a shitty apartment in Chicago ever again. God forbid a condo is like a graduated, slightly better version of that. But I think right now, I'm willing to go and invest a couple days of my life, a month, right now. I'll slice that off and hand it over to the person who owned this land before me. And as early as next year, I don't have to do that anymore. In fact, as early as next year, I could take a quasi-retirement before the age of 50. I don't have that much money in savings. Hell, I can go down there in the village and sell some plants, and some cactuses, some bonsai, some fruits, some vegetables, make some bread. I could also go and do some handiwork when I need to, or I can go take a work contract over the summer. I can go work up at a ski resort operating heavy machinery or something. But I have agency over my time again. And this is so ridiculously important. Guys, check out the sunset. It is so absolutely beautiful. I have agency over my life, over my time. And I only have 10,000 days left on this planet. So I guess I'm going to ask you, if you have 10,000 or 40,000 days left on this planet, how many of those are you willing to give over per month to somebody who doesn't give a damn about you, for you to have nothing in return? I don't want to go and give 10, 15 days a month anymore 50% of my life force and my time on this planet to go and live in a hole in concrete. Hell no. But I will go and give 3 days of my life for the next year or so. And I could go and take essentially an early retirement. I'll have the rest of my life. I have to go and pay taxes, and I have to go and pay some association for the housing development that we live in. We have one of those because they built roads here, and once or twice a year they have to go and send a grader down here. I have footage of that somewhere. Hey, look right here, the grader. Yeah, so they come through and they grade the road so that you can actually drive down them with a normal car like our shitty minivan that just died. But where I'm going at with this, guys, is we have roughly a year left on our mortgage, and we just started paying it August of last year, and we're done and we're over. Our mortgage was $15,000 for 20 acres. We put $3,000 down and we have $500 a month roughly. I don't really think about the price tag, and I'm using this as a grounds for comparison. I look at how many hours of my life, I have 10,000 days left, and each one of those days has 24 hours. So I don't got much time left to be on this planet. How many of those am I going to slice off those 10,000 days to give to somebody? And the answer is, I don't want to give anymore. I'm going to reclaim my life. So I'm going to ask you, when you're coming out and you're looking at off-grid, don't look for the most perfect land, because this isn't about what you have and the attachment that you'll have to the property. It's also about the agency over your time and how much life and time you'll have on this planet back. So if you want 160 acres that you can't walk every day, and a creek that you'll look at every other day, and some beautiful forest, hey, that's awesome if you have the resources to go and get that. But me, I had a choice where I could integrate back in society, and I could go back and go and live in another apartment for $2,000-$3,000 a month plus utilities, giving 50% of my time every month away. Or I could give 2 or 3 days away, and I could just save all of that life force, all of those hours, and I gain agency in my time back. So I have to ask you, how much time are you willing to go and give to a world that can give a rat's ass about you, that's going to demand 25, 50%, 75% of your time left on this planet per month, and they barely even give you a thank you? And if you live in an apartment and you die, they'll clean that place out and throw out your belongings, or whatever they go and they do with them. Faster, you just be a speed bump, and when you die, hit your work. You're lucky if an email goes out saying thoughts and prayers for the person who says we'll miss them. There's grievance counselors available. They'll post up somebody, a new job on Indeed, and you're a speed bump in another 2 weeks. You're a has-been conversation in less than 2 months at your employer. So if you're looking to go off grid, what I'm getting at is go find some imperfect land. For us, we found the warmth in these beautiful sunsets up in the mountains in New Mexico, and I'm reclaiming my life. I'm done. I am never going back to that world, and I implore you to go and do the same. How many hours of your life force do you want to give away every single month? How many hours of your time are you willing to invest for you to go and have a hole in concrete, or an expensive car, or a fancy TV? For us, we got a 30-year-old RV, and we're saving up, and we have issues. We can live off those savings, and we're living out in the desert, planting trees, and we're going to go and make a little food forest here, and we're going to regain agency over our own time. So anyway, I hope this helps you guys. I really do. Wish you the best. I'm getting out of here.